What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, in my last live stream, I talked about JASMY Coin. And just a little bit, I talked about a lot of other things as well. But I think people brought up JASMY Coin because I think they don't truly understand the different things that they are doing, the strides that they're making in crypto in general, and what they mean for the crypto world. You may have heard of JASMY Coin from me or from some other people. I've been talking about it for years. I talked about it while it was at the lows, while it was at a little bit of a high, when it went back down to the lows, when it went to an even higher high, and now it's down to a low again. I've been a part of it. I've had a million JASMY Coin for the longest time, and I've held it from $4,000 when I put it into, all the way up to $3,000 or $30,000, sorry, down back to about what was it, like 1 cent, 2 cents, so it was around $10,000 or $20,000, to then increase to $60,000, to then come back down to about 17. I'm in it for that ride, right? I'm riding the mountain at this point, and peaks and valleys, and we're seeing it go up, we're seeing it go down, because I understand what levels my levels are going to be, what my exit plan is going to show for it, and I also understand the max level that it's going to get to with everything that we've seen from it. So for JASMY Coin, we're going to go through some of this information here today, talk about the partnerships, because I think that's something that maybe people don't understand that JASMY Coin does have, even though they don't really announce anything for it. So guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of my links down below for Patreon, for Twitter. Those links are in the description. And if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, feel free to check that out. That link is down there in the description, where you can get a 10% deposit bonus when you use my link, up to $10,055 worth of extra bonuses, 40% lower trading fees, and you could trade 500x leverage if you want to. I don't ever recommend it, but you can trade 500x leverage. You can also trade 2x leverage, or you can trade outright, and you can demo trade. So you can pretty much do everything on this platform. Feel free to check it out. Link is at the top of the description. Now, like I said, there are many things that are happening with JASMY Coin that I think people just don't understand, or maybe even want to understand, because there's always the conversation like, what is JASMY Coin doing? And the question is valid, because JASMY itself doesn't do a great job in communicating or putting that information out there. It's a lot of the community that goes, oh, JASMY Coin is partnering with such and such, or doing this to implement or have some sort of connection with JASMY and this company, right? So it's not necessarily JASMY that's putting out that information, or anybody else within connection, within a tight connection for that group, executives. It's nobody that's really releasing that information. It's like being friends with an introvert. Right? You're friends with an introvert, they're not really giving you much information for anything, right? They'll tell you maybe a thing here and there, but they're not going to tell you everything that you need to know. It's just, here's the base level information. That's all I cared to find out, and that's all I want to talk about. And it kind of sucks, because it feels like you're not getting enough exposure from them and enough to talk about from them, but you have to go and search and see what's going on in order to figure that out. So, first, JASMY Coin is known as the Bitcoin of Japan. I don't know if you know that, but it is known as the Bitcoin of Japan. Billed as Japan's Bitcoin, JASMY is a tokenized platform that champions the democratization of data by combining blockchain and Internet of Things technology to provide an infrastructure that allows anyone to use data safely and securely. All of these things, one, very, very legit, very, very useful, and would be great to have more control over, right? Your data, to make sure that you have control over that, that it's safe, that it's secure, that it's known as something as big as Bitcoin for Japan, right? Just knowing that in general and seeing that classification, that's something that makes people think and believe, oh, this is a big deal. But not even knowing that classification, not even putting that out there, definitely limits it a little bit. Currently, JASMY's price is sitting at 1.6 cents. It is slightly down on the day. We're looking at an $821 million market cap with $45 million worth of volume, a 5% volume to market cap ratio, which typically, it is a little bit higher than that. I typically see it around 10 to even 30% volume to market cap ratio. If we look at the last 7 days, it is up by 17%. Month, it's up by 53%. The last year, it's down by about 10%. And you could see where this did get to within that year, right? It went all the way up to about 6 cents within that time frame. I think the max was that 6 cents level. Oh, it's only going to show me what that was. I can look at the last year. The highest point is 5.8 cents, so about the 6 cent level, where I was sitting at about $58,000 for my $4,000 investment. This has a lot more life left in it. It's not something that's just a meme coin that's a pump and dump type of thing. And I think that's what people tend to see within it. They're like, oh, JASMY coin, it was just, people mentioned it for the time being and now they're done with it. The only reason that YouTubers are done with it, no offense to any of the YouTubers, I'm not trying to call anybody out, but the only reason that they're done with it is because it doesn't have as much popularity as the next thing, right? People will go from popular thing to popular thing to popular thing in order to, maintain the views. That's what YouTube is. Now, I like to talk about everything. I've talked about XRP when it was at a level where people didn't really care about it as much. I've talked about JASMY coin, especially when it was at those levels of a $200 million market cap or even less, before things started to explode. And when it ran by 400, 500%, a lot of people now started to mention it and continue to talk about it and believe in it for some reason. And you can, I'm not saying that you couldn't believe in it, but when I said it before, and it was just ridiculous to see any type of profit in that position. But there's many positions that they do the same thing for. So I was talking about it when it was at the worst levels as well as some of the best levels, and those are not the best levels that we will ever see. So what I want to talk to you about here today is something that you probably came here for, the partnerships. Understanding the partnerships that JASMY has, right? We went through this in the live stream. Sony has a partnership with JASMY coin, right? So JASMY Corporation, an ex-Sony executive venture company, has a relationship with Sony. Although the specs are not always clearly defined, JASMY is developing a layer 1, layer 2 networks and smart devices with a focus on data ownership and security. Sony has also involved in blockchain-related initiatives, including the launch of Sonium. Another partnership, Panasonic. JASMY has partnered with Panasonic to develop Web3 platform for the Internet of Things. This platform aims to create a secure and user-controlled environment for Internet of Things data, leveraging blockchain technology and agile development methods. The goal is to provide decentralized and open platform that allows users to own, control, and monetize their data. Another partnership is with Toyota, right? JASMY has partnered with Toyota to utilize JASMY's technology as a foundation for smart city development. This collaboration aims to create a platform where data is securely managed and accessible within the smart city ecosystem. Specifically, JASMY, Toyota Motors, and WITS, a well-known Japanese company, have collaborated to build a platform for the local government, according to X. And then another thing that was considered as a partnership, but technically is only really a connection, was with Apple. While JASMY saw a price surge due to the integration of JASMY's My Number card into iPhones, it's important to note that JASMY coin does not have a formal partnership with Apple. JASMY's technology facilitated this integration, leading to an increased interest in the price spike. However, this is not a direct partnership between the two companies. So you're seeing the connection, you're seeing the partnerships, you're seeing all the different things that are happening with JASMY's technology and the things that they are looking to build. And just understanding that, you have to see that there is a role here. There's a role to play for JASMY coin and a bigger picture item that we all need to focus on. So the fact that people think that it's just a meme coin, that it's dead in the water, that it's going to be nothing, you have these 3 company partnerships that we just showed you, huge company partnerships, and then even a connection to the technology that JASMY coin has that they've been able to implement within iPhones that will be massive and will continue to be massive and continue to grow, continue to scale, and be worth so much more. So don't know why people don't see the value in JASMY coin, because I truly see the value. And I mean, I'm not going to force you to see any type of value. You can do whatever you want, but this is the reason why, or reasons why, I believe in this project and why I think it's going to go so much further than just a level of 6 cents or 10 cents or 20 or 25. I believe it's going to go a lot higher than that. And then we're going to see more and more development and more scalability throughout. So Anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this position in the comment section. I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. See ya.